wanna break you off. Relax and unwind. Could you ever fall in love with a young nigga like myself? And I've been thinking about you, nobody else. And my love is good for you.
Alright, so what's good, y'all? Back with another one. Alright, so now real quick, I just wanted to go ahead and respond to a good ass comment, y'all. Like, I don't remember the name of the profile. I'm gonna start like probably writing y'all's comments, y'all's names down, just so that I can like, let y'all know I saw y'all's comment and everything, and that's the one I'm responding to. But basically, she'll know who it was, or they'll know who it was. She commented and was like, on one of my videos that I said lately, where I addressed being unattracted to trans women and femme boys is not a transphobia or a femphobia, right? But then she had pointed out that I stated in a prior video about bisexual men and straight women, or bisexual women, that if they were not attracted to bisexual men, that they were biphobic, right? And that was on my head, you know what I'm saying? She got on me right there, because that was facts. I definitely have said that before. So that leads me to this topic, because I wanted to go ahead and clear that up and just self-reflect on that, because I feel like there's a point. So here we go. Now, first, I just want to say, phobia, when we put, first of all, gay people, gay community, LGBT, just so that we all know, we have all redefined these words, okay? Now, redefining words is not a bad thing. We do it all the time, but we have to verify that we understand the definition and then address what we redefined it as, okay? Just like women have redefined the word be, they've redefined bitch, you know what I'm saying? They can call each other bitches and it don't mean what it used to, or as opposed to when a man says it. Just like black people, we've redefined the N-word, you know what I'm saying? We could say nigga, but if anybody else do, you know what I'm saying? And we don't even look at it like it even mean that. We look at it like it mean male now. To me, it means a man. I don't even call women nigga, you know what I'm saying? So we've redefined a lot of words, okay? Same with gay people. We've even redefined the F word, because we call each other that. And yeah, it is in a derogatory way, but I don't know. I guess we don't consider it meaning the same. So that leads me to the phobias. We say transphobia, we say femphobia, homophobia, biphobia, right? So what that would actually mean is, you know what? I should look it up on the computer real quick. And yes, I'm on my boho stuff today. I be catching y'all saying that somebody asked that I'll be looking like a white boy when I'll be wearing hats and having my hair out the back and stuff. Okay, so here it says, transphobia is the dislike of or strong prejudice against transgender people. So that means that biphobia would mean the same. I just want to look these up. Yeah, transphobia consists of negative attitudes, feelings, or actions towards transgender people or transness. In general, transphobia can include fear, aversion, hatred, violence, or anger towards people who do not conform to social gender roles. All right, so I just had to look this up, because Babe had tried to tell me that phobia is when you're just scared of something. So like saying like I'm phobia of like trans, that's like saying I'm scared of trans. Like a girl saying that she's biphobic or homophobic would be saying that they're scared of homophobia or homo people or bisexual people. But really, it's not just stop at fear, y'all. Like, we've always considered it just fear, like a phobia equals fear, but actual, when you fear something, you dislike it. When you fear something, you stay away from it. When you fear something, you have a prejudice against it. When you fear something, you do have a hatred towards it in a way. You know what I'm saying? We don't like fear as people. Let's be real. We don't, you know what I'm saying? We don't like fear. So I feel like, yeah, that's why these words had to be redefined in a way. So, so I'm gonna look up what phobia means, and then we'll continue. So, phobia is a persistent, excessive, unrealistic fear of an object, person, animal, activity, or situation. The noun, an exaggerated and often a disabling fear, usually inexplicable to the subjects and having sometimes a logical but usually an illogical or symbolical object class of objects or situations. Compare compulsion, obsession. Okay, let me look up what prejudice means really quick. Preconceived opinion that is not based on reason or actual experience. That is what I feel like biphobia is. Okay. So just to get clear, hold on. Okay. So just to get clear, biphobia to me is more of a prejudice than an actual phobia. Because to me, transphobia and femphobia, these would more equivalent to when you look at somebody and then you don't like them because they look like that. When it comes to biphobia, though, y'all girls don't be knowing that until we tell y'all that. So y'all be attracted to us. Y'all like us. Y'all like our personality. Y'all like our, y'all will like the way we look, all that, right? And then it won't be a deal breaker. Biphobia doesn't come in until you find out that we've slept with a man or that we have had sexual relations with men before or we are attracted to men as well. Then all of a sudden, it's the grossness comes. That to me is a prejudice because then you realize that, oh, all the stigma on bisexual men, all the, things that you have to be in fear of, so it could still be it's still phobia, okay? Because you've been conditioned by society to fear us in ways, you know what I'm saying? So, yes. Now, let's see. If a man was to, that's equivalent to a straight man messing with a trans woman until she, tells him that she's trans, then he doesn't want to deal with her no more. That would still also be transphobia. And then it also brings me to the fact that maybe it's not a bad thing to be phobic. Then I mean, but I get where they're going. We want they want acceptance. Let me see. So are we basically just saying we don't like that the society's norms have made us out to be something that is not good or something that should not be accepted, right? So basically we're saying that that's where we have a problem with these phobias. Because it's not much different from a bisexual man not liking that women do not want to mess with him because he's bisexual. I guess the only reason why I feel different about it is because these women are all into me, or they can be all into us until we express the bisexuality. Some of them will, some of them won't. There's still a lot of females that do go for it. So the ones that don't, they would be biphobic, and I guess if Well, I can't be transphobic by definition because I do like trans men. I just don't like trans women in a sexual way. So that means that, yeah, I'm definitely not transphobic anyway. But I think that us as a society, we have considered prejudice, trans, and phobia the same thing. That's what I think I'm getting at. Like, we're calling something phobia that really is just a prejudice and an unattraction, a preference, but it's not a preference though. And I want everybody to get that understood. Is trans people are not a they're not a not preference. They're just not gonna happen for me. Like trans women, it's just not gonna happen. It's not a preference thing. Like women, stop saying y'all don't prefer bisexual men. That's not a preference thing. Hold on. So yeah, women, stop saying that y'all do not prefer bisexual men or y'all just prefer a straight man. That's not a preference. That's a deal breaker, which equals a phobia, which equals a prejudice. All right? Because preferences mean I prefer pepperoni pizza, but I'll eat the cheese pizza. I prefer a Lexus, but I'll get a Toyota to save some money. You know what I'm saying? Those are preferences. When you go, oh no, it's a requirement or it's a deal breaker, that's not a preference no more. Okay, so let's just stop saying that. Okay, these are not preferences. These are deal breakers, and that's okay. And I'm starting to get to the point where I'm realizing that it's actually okay. And we've considered stamping these things with a phobia on the end of them to make people feel bad. But really, I don't have a problem with women who don't like bisexual men. You know what I'm saying? That's their choice to not date us because they have been, brainwashed with prejudice, and that is the truth. So we're both right. Okay? They not wrong for not wanting to fuck with bisexual men. They have that choice. However, it is still a prejudice and it is still a phobia. All right? I'm not attracted to trans women, but because that's a exterior thing, like your gender, your sex gender is a exterior approach. Your feminism is an exterior approach. My bisexuality is an interior. A lot of women wouldn't even know if I didn't tell them. You know what I'm saying? So because I volunteered to tell you, now you get to choose to judge me. So it feels different as opposed to when something is blatant, but then I get it from trans women as well. If they pass and then they get a man to get into them and then the man doesn't want to mess with them no more because he finds out that they're trans, well, it's going to bring on the same feeling. Because at the end of the day, yeah, they have the right to do that, but we know that they only doing that because of what they've been conditioned. But then it's still different because for real, as a bisexual man, it really ain't your business who I've been fucking. That's just like me fucking the bitch before you. That don't got nothing to do with you. As long as I don't have no diseases or nothing, if there's nothing that I have to tell you for you to be worried about, what is the reason why women feel like they need to know so bad for it? Except for the fact that they can decide to diss your ass. It's like basically they mad because we don't want to give them the opportunity to tell us no and that to tell us that they don't want to mess with us just because we done slept with some men and we don't have no diseases or nothing, but the nigga that they have a baby by just mess with men too, but just because they don't know, we supposed to be like the only one that don't get some because the other DL nigga getting some. Like that's what we be coming from, women. Y'all be thinking that in the cases of y'all's men being straight, but honestly, that's where the issue with y'all comes in with us. We don't see them the way y'all do. We see things that y'all don't see. We know things that y'all don't know. 9 times out of 10. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, this is a complicated topic. I want y'all to, chime in and let me know what y'all think about it. This is one I could have went live for, and I think when I do go live, I'll go ahead and bring this topic up again because I feel like this is a really good one because I want to hear other people's perspective because we really be throwing these phobias around, but really we don't pay attention to what they really mean, and I think we just use them to make ourselves feel better because other people are not going for us that we may want. And we know that, yeah, biphobia, okay, bisexual phobia and then transphobia, they just can't compare. I'm sitting here trying to compare them, but it's like the more I think about it, the more they just don't compare because, like I said, that's more argumentable. Do I got to tell you about my sexual past and my sexual history when the female may not be telling you her past? I'm not asking her about every dude she done slept with. And if she done slept with some girls, oh well. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to men, oh no, that sets you into a different, they look at you different, like you're a whole different person because they've been conditioned to think that bisexual men just don't exist. So it's more of a prejudice when it comes to bisexual men, and then I'll say it's a phobia when it comes to trans people. And then in other ways, it's not even a phobia, it's just we don't know nothing about it, or we ain't been exposed to it, or we've been told that it's been, you know, the wrong thing to do, or we never gain an attraction to it. You know what I'm saying? Because how you gain an attraction to something you ain't grow up seeing? I feel like a lot of us gained our attraction in our childhood, believe it or not. Like, even if you didn't act on it, you know, but I feel like we gained our attraction in teenage years and stuff. And it's like, if you was never around trans people, how do you become attracted to them? I feel like more people, like these kids coming up now, will be naturally more attracted to trans people because they've seen it, they've been exposed to it. We were never exposed to that. So I feel like that's the main thing when it comes to trans people. And then that's where it comes in with bisexual people, when we tell them our sexuality. Because before that, then it don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's the part why bisexual men stay DL, because it's like you're only using it against me because I told you, or because I've slept around with men, but that has nothing to do with you. Like, at the end of the day, it really has nothing to do with you. And females have signed themselves up to be worried about something or make something their business that it really isn't. Because y'all still mess with bisexual dudes, y'all just don't know it, and I feel like y'all think that that's okay, but that's why y'all contributing to y'all's own demise, catching diseases and stuff, because y'all are telling men, as long as y'all don't say it, it's fine. Y'all are, believe it or not, when y'all are sleeping with men, and you don't like, and but to more so sum it up, I think phobia more so means when we be talking about like Boosie and them, like Boosie's phobic, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like a person who outwardly talks and speaks about the prejudice that they have against a certain demographic is what's gonna make them that, you know, racist or that homophobic or that, you know, whatever. I feel like that's what makes a person that. So I feel like if a person does mess with y'all, they cool with y'all, they like y'all in y'all's friends group, they kick it with y'all, all that, but they just not sexually attracted to you, that's not a phobic person. And it's not a prejudiced person. They just not attracted to you for whatever reasons. And I feel like we got to stop throwing that phobic word around, okay? But women, when they're not attracted to men, they are phobic to me, because you had to be conditioned to think that way towards bisexual men. Because before you found out I was bisexual, you were all the way in. Now all of a sudden, because I'm bisexual, now you out. That is a prejudice because of what you've been conditioned to think. Straight up, all right? So that's my opinion, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe. See you on the next one. Peace.
No, I don't give a fuck about what anyone say. No, I don't give a fuck about what anyone say. Baby, how much I really take.